Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at another impossible challenge here, and another last video, the comment with the most amount of likes was Shadow Honchcrow, and I did not really know what I should expecting of this Pokemon here. I know that this Pokemon has an insane attack stat, and I know that this Pokemon has a very low defense stat, and so yeah, we see it already. One charge move here, neutral hit is going to basically be able to knock us out. It's just Knockout, just a 40 energy move, but for a Honchcrow, that is going to be quite a bit to take. We're going to have a team here as well with the Say-Swap of the Bombardier, which I should have, by the way, brought in against this Lostheart here. Against this first battle, I know that I had definitely a better chance here already if I just went into my Bombardier instead of my Honchcrow. I'm just so used to going into my Closer when they swap out and both Pokemon are kind of the same, than going into my Say-Swap, and in this case, with Honchcrow, that is just not a great idea. Going into a matchup with energy down with a Honchcrow never really works out well for you, so yeah, that is going to be it for the first battle. And of course, if you haven't seen any of the other episodes of the series, we're going to try to get one positive set. We have 3 tries for that, so 3 sets total that I can play with this team. And I have to try to get one positive set with this team in order to complete the challenge. And you can say down below which Pokemon is going to be up next. Next week, we're going to have again the Spring Cup for, another week now, as well as the Master League. For Master League, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to build any very spicy Pokemon, but I will try my best. That's all I can say towards that. Maybe I have to skip something if I don't have the Stardust for it anymore. But yeah, here we were able to build the Honchcrow just for the video again and again down below. Let me know what Pokemon would you want to see next for this challenge. Which Pokemon do you think I'm not going to be able to win sets with it, basically go 3 and 2 minimum in one set. I really want to see as well a Pokemon that maybe goes even more than 3 and 2 in a set. So far, we had in the first episode Torterra as the first Pokemon to start it all off, where I actually got 2, 3, and 2s in those sets that I played. And in the last episode, we had Shadow Flygon, if you haven't seen this one yet, where I sadly wasn't able to complete it. But yeah, today we're going to have another try here. So far, we are 1-1 in completing the quest and not. And now Honchcrow is going to have to show if it's able to get a positive set in high up Elo range, by the way. That's the issue as well. I really climbed a lot recently to be very close to even leaderboards here. And now we try out Honchcrow against like top tier opponents. We have like regional winners and everything up in this video today. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to see our first win with a nice Brave Bird landing. The next opponent I know as well here, I battled them so many times. I think I even showcased some battles on this channel before from them, so shoutouts to you. By the way, I don't have every battle in here, especially in the Ultra League. Doing 15 battles, which I did with this team, it just would take too long to showcase all of it. So we have 10 battles in here today, mainly everything from the first set, and later on we're gonna see a bit more, let me tell you. I definitely would recommend you to stay tuned for the end of the video, because let me tell you, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of interesting things that's going to be still happening here today. Sadly here, we're currently 1-1 in the first set. We have the first set kinda and the, another set basically coming up as well. And as we'll see here, as we're currently 1-1, we're going to face up sadly against a Blastoise. Blastoise is very difficult for this team to deal with. There's another Pokemon that's even worse to deal with, which is Guzzlord. We don't really have a great answer for Guzzlord with this team, unless we of course have Honchcrow without the opponent having any shields, because Brave Bird actually just one-shots everything in the meta. It is ridiculous. You're going to see it in today's video as well. Bulky Pokemon, they don't stand even a chance against Brave Bird of Honchcrow. It is ridiculous on how much damage this move does. Like, Blastoise is one of the bulkiest Pokemon in the meta. I'm just gonna check real quick on the side on how much damage a Brave Bird would have done. Here we needed to catch a move. We tried to catch a move. If we caught the move, I'm fairly certain I would have been able to win the battle. I guess maybe against Ferrothorn it still could have been a bit tough, because let's see here on how much a Brave Bird does. Full HP, Ferrothorn, very bulky Pokemon. I know they were Shadow, down to like, 5%, 10% of the HP. So we're currently 1-1 here, 1-2, so we need to win the next 2 battles here in order to complete the challenge. And we're going to get a challenge here by a Lapras with Ice Beam, which is quite rare. But as you see here, we're going to be able to still go for the Rock Tomb against the opponent. This is going to allow us to get the attack drop. And now I just have to hope that I survive an Ice Beam and just fully farm them down. We don't have the best IVs on the Bombardier. We don't have this Pokemon fully XL either. We need like 2 more power-ups or something. But it's very difficult to get the XL candy for a Pokemon that's only really in raids and nowhere else to be seen. So that's mainly why we are kind of running with this one here. I think it's a cool Pokemon though. I like this Pokemon a lot. I think if you have like a perfect XL one, this Pokemon is absolutely amazing. But as you guys see as well, the opponent is going to have Registeel as well as the Clefable left. And what we do here with Honchcrow is literally just use it as a shield just to get rid of the energy from the opponent, because I know that our Torch Song Skeledirge is going to be able to completely destroy the opponent here. They're still using the shields against the for the Registeel here, which is not going to work out at all for them, because what we will see here is that we just boost our attack up. We had +2 attack. We have a ton of health still left. We resist every hit from the opponent's Clefable, and we have still a shield for the Zap Cannon, and we can farm them even down in time. And so, like, what is going to be happening here? Of course, we're going to be able to win this battle. There's one way that they might be able to, never mind, there's no way that they're going to be able to win, because we have 2 Torch Song stored now, and so we add +3, and we can go for a +3 Torch Song against the Registeel to make it 2-2 so far in the video. Up against, a regional winner here. And this is going to be against a Weezing coming in here against our Honchcrow. And this time around they used Honchcrow as a Say-Sop. Like, what? Like, goodbye Weezing. Like, this was a neutral hit. Brave Bird just completely one-shot you, which is cool and all. Like, that is really, really nice for us. Gives us a huge advantage because we were able to realign ourselves. Everything is perfect, other than they have a Drapion here right now that was able to fully farm us down. So while we were in a great position there, they got so much energy here now on this Pokemon. They even get the defense drop, which doesn't matter, like, at all. Like, this is a bad matchup no matter what. The defense drop is not going to change anything. They sadly also run Awkward Tail, which is actually worse for me because, like that, they're going to get faster to the charge boost, which forces me here to kind of go straight for the Torch Song instead of like them going for Crunch, which takes like 1 extra fast move all the time. So yeah, I'm forced to swap on down to my Bombardier, and I was hoping they still have the option here to win this battle with this Pokemon. I have a Fly stored now. They go for the Awkward Tail. They want to go for the CMP type, but we win the CMP type, which is really cool. Bombardier is going to be able to get the KO against the opponent's Pokemon here. And can we actually already get a positive set? We have here the Fly carrying through against the opponent's Gastrodon. It is going to be a lot of damage coming through here towards, like, from them as well. It's going to be the Body Slam now. That is going to do a ton of damage, but they're going to be able to outspeed me here. I'm going to try to catch the move. It did not work out. Do I get to a Torch Song? I don't, and with that, I'm going to lose this battle. This was a little bit fake, by the way, though, as well, because it's actually a battle from the second set that I did. You saw the first 4 battles were from the first set. This was from the second set. But this was a fun game because we had the Brave Bird. That's why I wanted to put it in here. But just for clarity, if you see the elo dropped a little bit after the first set, because the first set went 2 and 3. And so I was not able to do it in the first set. The second set went 0 and 5. And so I just skip this set here other than this battle, and we move on to the third set, and this is going to be everything from the third set coming up now. So stay tuned for that. Just for clarity there, I don't really like when like, trying to pretend that something happens that didn't happen, but in this case here, I just want to showcase that we hit a Brave Bird against a regional winner just to troll a little bit there. But let's take a look here at the first battle of the third set that I did. This has to be the set in order to get actually the challenge done correctly. Let's see if we're going to be able to actually finish up this challenge here. We saw the opponent using a shield, and we will be able to catch a Sacred Sword onto our Skeledirge. And in the first battle, we're already going to see what we can do here with this team, because we actually have a really good position for ourselves, as we have 2 flying type Pokemon still on the back. They still have their, what's called here, Jelson against us. They can go for the Surf. It doesn't even knock us out, but we have so much potential now against the opponent's Virizion that I'm fairly certain that we're going to be able to win the first battle here for ourselves, which is also on how the 5th set started. They decided to forfeit there, and we can move on to the next battle. And we start off with a great lead, and we see a swap out into the Zygarde. And we should have maybe stayed in and went for a Shadow Ball first before swapping out. I didn't really think about it, only like afterwards then. But I think it would have been the best play to just stay in and go for a Shadow Ball, because that would put them into range where 1 Fly would have been enough to knock them out, which I think would have been better just generally. But I can still go for another Fly here. We are 1 shield down compared to the opponent, and we just have to hope that there's something in the back that we can deal with as well. I know that we have at least some potentially against the Fortress. We're even going to be able to reach another Fly against them, which is going to do a ton of damage against them, which they're going to let go through as well. I tried to swap out the entire time, but the game just didn't let me tap for the beginning. Like, you didn't see it on the screen as well. Maybe it was my phone. But it took me now a little bit longer than usual to swap out, and they have literally the worst possible Pokemon in the back. It is going to be the Guzzlord. They have 2 shields left. Spoiler alert, that's going to be the 1-1 for the third set here right now, because it's not gonna happen. Like, we are not gonna be able to break through the Gustlord here if they still have 2 shields left. They use a shield now, that's cool, but Honchcrow, basically I have to hope that they just let the move go through. But as you see as well, we lagged here going in, so we're not able to get the free snarl through, and this completely seals the game here. Like, there's nothing I can do, and so we're 1-1. Weezing comes in here next against us. This is where we want to have the Weezing, but Weezing is still a little bit of a tricky matchup because they have access to Brutal Swing, and they're so fast at getting to that move. And so Brutal Swing is coming through here. I'm gonna go straight for the Torch Song because I want to get the extra damage through the boosted Incinerate on them. And as we will see here, they're gonna let the move go through. We can use another shield here against the opponent. And what do I do now? Do I go for another fast move here? I have to go for another fast move. Can I go for the full farm now against the opponent? We have to use another shield because otherwise we get KO'd by the Brutal Swing. And so we are in such a bad position, basically. So we swap out here because otherwise they would have still got another Brutal Swing. But luckily they go into the Corviknight, revealing that they're going to be very weak to flying and Dark-type Pokemon in the back, which is cool for us. They do double resisted damage with the fast move, and we can debuff the Iron Hand even before that lands against us, which barely now does any damage against us. And as we see here as well, we do a lot of fast move pressure against them. They're going to outspeed us now because they generate energy a tiny bit faster than we do. But we can use that as an opportunity to even get more energy, get up to 2 flies and swap onto our Honchcrow to get out the Jellicent. And this is looking so promising now. They have a Jellicent, which is going to have to take those shields up here against our Honchcrow, as we still actually survive a move here as well, unless it's going to be the Ice Beam. It is going to be the Surf. And so we can go for another Dark Pulse against the opponent. This is absolutely amazing, as we will have the shield now coming up from the opponent. We can let the move go through. And what do we do next? I think I have a Shadow Ball stored, and I think I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball here with our Skeledirge. While it's our Fire type against the Water type Pokemon, the Skeledirge is gonna be able to not get the KO, but one more fast move will be, and with that, the opponent gonna go down to our Rock Tomb from our, Bombardier. And so it is 2-1 in this set. And we start off with one of the worst possible leads for the 4th battle of the set. This is not really looking too promising for so far. It's going to be such a close one if we can actually like finish this challenge or not. Because while Honchcrow is a fun Pokemon, if you get the opponent into a position where they don't have shields left, if they have shields, if they have energy advantage, Honchcrow is literally one of the worst Pokemon that you can currently play. Which is kind of sad. I would like to see a buff to Honchcrow. Just needs a better fast move, maybe Sucker Punch. And maybe a better charge move like Drill Peck. And this Pokemon would actually be a really cool Pokemon there to use. But right now, it is very difficult. It is very difficult to play with Honchcrow, don't get me wrong, but this is, of course, how the challenge is supposed to go. Also, I saw some comments below where like, oh, it's one spicy Pokemon with 2 meta picks, but yeah, the spicy Pokemon is so spicy and is supposed to be so spicy that you need meta in order to even have a chance of getting to like, a 3-2 to go for a positive set. Like, this is the thing as well for this challenge. It is very, very tough. Like, it's not an easy challenge at all. Like, it is such a difficult task sometimes to just even try to get like those wins with those Pokemon, because you're basically going up with 2 versus 3 Pokemon a lot of times, where yes, the meta Pokemon have to kind of carry you in certain situations, but Honchcrow, like, look at the defense here. Like, how are you gonna try to even get somewhere with like absolute spice? For this team, I guess Skeledirge as well as also Bombardier are like Pokemon that you don't see all the time in the open world league. I don't think I faced in either of them in today's video here, or like in the 15 battles I did, so I guess we have a little bit of a spicier team here already. But we are sadly 2-2 so far, and this is going to be the decisive battle if we're going to be able to win this challenge or not. We are in the final battle in the 3rd set. We are 2-2, and we have here the Incinerate, or like the Torch Song coming through against the opponent's Typhlosion, and they have their Thunder Punch that can come through. I will let the move go through here from the opponent as they go for another fast move as well. Torch Song is going to come through again against the opponent. They let the move go through, which is absolutely amazing because we get the free Incinerate through, and with this, we will be able to align ourselves and we get rid of Typhlosion, which is a bit tricky to deal for our backline. But what we also see is that they're going to go into the Tentacruel. And all of a sudden, we have an opportunity. We have the opportunity to go for the Shadow Ball. We have the opportunity to get the final shield. And what did I tell you before? Brave Bird one-shots the entire meta. Absolutely everything. We luckily don't get the debuff here, and what a fitting end for this video, because goodbye to Tentacruel, but not only this, they're going to have the Virizion in the back, and this Brave Bird is going to allow us to actually win this challenge here we got it done. We got a positive set in the Ultra League with Shadow Honchcrow with 2 Brave Birds to finish us up, which is really, really cool because like that's the main selling point of this Pokemon, the insanely hard-hitting Brave Bird. And as you can see, we were able to climb up, I guess, again. Of course, we lost in total. And as you can see here, all my battles as well. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.